All right, Coach, coming off a series against the number three Boston College Eagles, hard fought series. Unfortunately, came away with two losses. Just want to get your thoughts heading into a one game non-conference matchup against Dartmouth College and what you're looking forward to, how things are different a little bit with the holiday coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it was certainly frustrating because I thought we played better than uh, what we got for results last weekend, with the exception of that first period at BC where I thought they really jumped us. I was pretty happy with the 5 periods of hockey we played. Especially Friday night coming back to tie that game, and it was a heck of a hockey game. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get the extra point in overtime. And then Saturday, I thought we played really well. We might have even played better Saturday than we did Friday, certainly for 60 minutes, and just had trouble putting the puck in the net, which seems to be a recurring theme. So mentally, we just got to keep grinding, and Dartmouth is going to pose certainly a tough opponent for us. Just watching them on film, they tied Quinnipiac. They tied Cornell at Cornell. They beat Colgate at Colgate on the road, which are tough places to play. So we're certainly going to have a formidable opponent on our hands Saturday.
All right, we'll open up for questions. Randy, you want to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you, Colin. Hi, Coach.
Hi, Randy.
You just kind of referenced the 5 periods of good hockey that you felt you played, and the other games where the puck hasn't gone in. Do you kind of subscribe to the theory that if you keep playing that way, eventually things kind of even out, and some of those chances start being converted, so long as you keep playing that way?
Yeah, I certainly we can't cheat the game. I think maybe we can do a better job of, the one area that we're taking a hard look at is sometimes our spacing on the offensive zone. I think maybe that can improve, Randy, but certainly the compete and the effort and the puck battles, if we keep doing that and winning those, in those areas, you would think that it is going to change, but I do think we can improve our spacing in the offensive zone.
Kind of, if I may jump on that, spacing. So offensive zone, you're talking about like this, like cycling the puck, and what is
a little bit. Sometimes I think it's just like I think of spacing all over the ice, right? On the breakout, you can't have 5 guys in one corner. In the neutral zone, you're trying to cover 3 lanes. Like, you don't want to have 2 guys on the right wing, because you're not covering enough ice. Sometimes, when a shot comes from the point, you don't necessarily want to have 3 guys in front of the net, because now you got 6 guys because they have 3 guys covering your 3, and it's harder to get a puck down sometimes when you have 3 guys in front of the net. So just trying to fill all 3 lanes in every zone.
Who stood out to you this weekend? I mean, Chase had a great Friday night, and I know I think you've been pretty happy with Heaslip all season. Who else kind of maybe stood out to you for playing real solid over the weekend?
Well, without question, the Fraser line was outstanding. I thought that Ryan Tattle, and Joey Muldowney did a outstanding job all weekend long. So I was very impressed with their play.
All right. How did you like special teams this past weekend? Obviously, BC's specializes on both ends. What did you think of your power play in particular?
Well, we didn't get any goals. We generated some really good chances. We didn't get any goals, which was disappointing because we could have used one, especially Saturday. I thought our penalty kill, we gave up 2 goals on Friday night, but they did a great job. The one was just really unfortunate. It went off Harrison Reese's leg.
Right.
And the other one, they threw a puck to the net with 9 seconds left. And of the penalty kill, I should say. So I actually thought we did a decent job killing penalties.
All right. And my last one is just now that it's kind of your first year where Toscano is your main home. I think this is the second game at the XL Center. What's that look like for your team? Playing a home game in Hartford where a lot of guys have familiarity, but as far as preparation and game day routine.
Not much. We've done it so many times, and there's so many players on this team that have played at the XL Center that it's just another game for us. We don't really prepare any differently for it.
All right. Thank you. And I'm supposed to tell you that Bob says hi as well. He wanted me to.
All right. Tell him I said hello as well.
I will. I think he'll be there Saturday. So.
Oh, great.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Joe, we'll head over to you.
Thanks, Colin. Cav, it seemed like Tomasinio was stepping up more in the offensive play, especially on Saturday. Was that something that the coaches encouraged him to do? Did he take it on himself? And what can he bring at the offensive end, kind of like that he brings at the defensive end?
I thought, we encourage all our defensemen to step in and jump in offensively, especially when the play is there. We don't want riverboat gamblers and playing, as renegades, but when the opportunities are there, we're encouraging all our defensemen to jump in offensively. And I thought he had a great weekend as well. I thought his physical play was really impressive.
And how does the game, you haven't played Dartmouth in a couple of years. Did they reach out to you? Did you reach out to them needing a game Thanksgiving weekend? How did this game come about?
Yeah, I think we went up there a couple of years ago and they owed us a game, and this was just the weekend that it worked out.
Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good, Joe.
Daniel, we'll head over to you.
How do you come to find the spacing thing where, hey, this is something we need to look at? Is that from looking at film? Is that just someone coming up with an idea?
Yeah, no, I think it's watching film, and you watch film and you look at your scoring chances, or, we went back over the past couple of years and looked at all the goals we've scored, and you start seeing tendencies that, oh, wow, this created a lot of goals for us. And, you just pick up on it and realize we're not doing this as well as we should be doing it.
Is spacing the number one thing that stood out looking back at all those goals, or was there something else that really jumped at you? It's a multitude of things, Dan. It's first you got to win puck battles, because if you don't have the puck, it doesn't matter what your spacing looks like, and then you got to make the play to the open guy. Like if you're kicking it out to your defenseman, if they're the option that's you should be making at that time. Now, does the defenseman get it back down to the net? Can you get it by that first layer? There's so many different things that go into creating offense. Is our rush play good? Could we be better off the rush? Yeah, I think we can be better off the rush. Our power play, I've said many times, I think there's 3 ways to score. It's off the rush, power play, or your ozone play. And, all 3 areas can improve and can help us score goals. I just think in the ozone play, at times, we got to do a better job spreading out the zone. How do you work on that in practice? Is it showing guys film of where they're a little cramped, or is it certain drills?
Yeah, it's as simple as that. I think just showing film, and because a picture's worth 1,000 words, and they see it and they said, oh yeah, maybe I should be off the back post, and we already have a guy in front of the net. So just working on those types of things.
Joe, we'll go to you.
Cav, one final question. Obviously, home hasn't been that friendly yet this year. Is it harder sometimes to play at home than on the road? I know sometimes in the pros they talk about they try to do too much on home ice, and on the road it's a little more, just play the game. Do you get the feeling you guys are gripping the sticks a little tighter at Toscano in the XL thus far?
I don't know.
I thought last year I think we had a pretty good record at home. I don't know. It's funny sometimes. I remember being part of a national championship team where we had a losing record at home. Sometimes it just happens in a year. I don't know. I don't think our guys are going into the game with a different approach at home than they do on the road. Right now we haven't had a lot of success at home, but there's plenty of time to change that.
Anything else for Coach? Go ahead, Daniel.
Just regardless of the results, is it nice to get a weekend where you don't have to get on a bus and only have one game and can just get a little bit of a break, not a full break, but a little bit of something?
Yeah, in the last, I was just looking at it, I think we've gone 7 straight weekends with back-to-back games. So it is kind of nice just to have a 1-game weekend for sure. We can first focus on that game. Yeah.
How you doing health-wise going into the weekend? I know we're pretty far away, but.
Yeah, we're pretty good. Oliver Flynn wasn't at practice today, so I don't know what his status is going to be for the weekend yet. But for the most part, I think we're okay.
Upper, lower?
Upper.